afternoon, everybody. You should be able to hear me nice and clearly. You'll all be on mute today, so there won't be an opportunity to take direct questions during the call. But if you do wish to speak to us after the call today, then please drop me an email. So just to start today's presentation, my name is Sandra Moore. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director here at Pan Intelligence. I can see many of you as you're dialing in I've met and certainly spoken to before. For those of you who don't know me, I have a team of people at Pan Intelligence that support our partners in delivering sales training, marketing materials and collateral resources such as what I'm going to show you today, direct sales training and also demonstrations to end users. And today's presentation is very much aimed at enabling you as the salespeople that are out, or marketing people that are out there trying to develop the opportunity, the leads, the interest in Pan Intelligence, is enabling you with tools such as TryPi to generate that interest and bring you some opportunity to arrange meetings and perhaps move that through to close. So it's part of a toolkit of things that we provide to our partners to enable their sale. So what I'm going to do today is show you what TryPi is. Before I get into that, I'm just going to go through a few points on the slides. Just bear with me a second. So why we built TryPi. So Pi is the short name for the latest version of our product, and it's nothing particularly creative. Pan Intelligence is often shortened to Pi, and as it was, our product often got called Pi before we renamed it Pi. So Pi was released last month. It is our fully mobile product, so it's mobile dashboards that can be accessed on any device, anywhere at any time. TryPi is a way for you to be able to give that experience to your customers by logging on to an environment where they can experience the dashboard for themselves on a device and interact with it very easily and simply, so they get an experience of how a dashboard solution in their hand might work for them. It's a unique experience for your customers. Often in sales meetings we're presenting a piece of technology to them, probably from our own laptop, or perhaps we're logging into a remote session, but certainly we are show and telling to the customer. What TryPi will enable you to do is to be able to put it in their hands, let them experience it for themselves and feel the interactive and very modern look and feel of our product and solution, which should give them the confidence to believe this is something they can quickly and easily deploy and use in their organisations. The beauty of TryPi is it doesn't require you to have any software locally. You don't need to install anything on any device. Any of your customers can access the TryPi environment from their phone, their tablet. They don't need to download an app. They're just going to navigate to a URL, and I'll show you exactly how easy that is to do. So it's a hosted demonstration environment that you can basically give to your customers to experience the product. What we also do with TryPi is we log and collect every single interaction with TryPi, unsurprisingly, in our own dashboard. And this you'll find if you come into our offices on a big screen all over the office, and is one of the most used dashboards as a company because we're always looking to see who's coming onto TryPi and experiencing the products themselves. We can use this as a lead capture process for you as well. So if you're looking to use TryPi as a way to generate some interest in Pan Intelligence, perhaps through an email marketing campaign, or whether you're face-to-face with your customer in a meeting, we will be able to capture that. And as we do not speak to people directly and we do not target them directly, we will log that lead against you as a partner and capture that and give you feedback when your customers or prospects are actually on the tool, so that you're aware that they're looking at it, and if there's anybody new in the organisations that you're talking to looking at it, we can make you aware of that. So it's a great way for us to capture what's going on with those opportunities for you and feed that back to you as part of the process. So what I'm going to do is just jump into the tool itself, and we'll come back to sort of next steps. So on your screen you'll be able to see the environment. It's a very simple and easy to navigate solution. How we get into this is we access it via a URL. So what I'm going to do is just log into a browser session. So if I just minimize this screen, we've got a URL which is www.try-pi.live, and that's the URL you'll give to your customers. And if you navigate to that, you'll get to a landing page, and your customers will be able to put in, or prospects, their email address. And that's how we capture who's landing on the site, and that will then open up the dashboard for them to interact with and play with. So we can accommodate multiple sessions for people to interact with the dashboard. As many of your customers, partners can be on this at any one time. So just to show you around the navigation, we have on the left-hand side a burger, as our development team call it, which pops out to give us a toolbar with all of the different dashboards that are available to view. This dashboard, TryPi, is built over a generic data set, and it provides dashboards over what would be seen as commercial or business information. It's not specific to a particular sector, but it's very much business information around things such as sales, debtors, stock, and information and metrics that you might expect that most businesses would be interested in looking at. But appreciate it won't land necessarily with all sectors, but it should resonate with most organisations that are monitoring things like accounting information, sales information, operational information. So there are lots of different dashboards in here that you can explore, and by popping out this bar on the left you can explore each of those dashboards and they can navigate around. This is enabled for touch, so when you open this up on a mobile device or a tablet, all of these are optimised so that it's very simple for users to interact, touch them, and then move on to the next area to explore. If you're not sure if something exists, we can start typing in this bar here and it will start to narrow down the options based on what we're searching. So if I search for sales, that will give me a limited number of options from the dashboard. Click on sales analysis, and then that will give me the pre-configured set of charts available to me to explore. So I just stay on this tab for a second. What we have on the right-hand side here, you'll notice, is 3 dots. They give us a number of options. One of them is to send this dashboard via email. When we do that, it basically copies and pastes the URL for this distinct page that you're on, and you can send it out to somebody, and when they log in, they will see exactly what you can see depending on the permissions they have. So it's the ability to email your view of the data to somebody else for them to explore it. Therefore, it's non-static. It enables you to send people to a place where they can explore as opposed to just sending them an image. We can also play a carousel, so that would basically cycle through all of the charts within the dashboard environment itself. That's great if you want to put it on a big screen. So if one of your prospects wants to see how this might look on a big screen in their office, ask them to put the URL on that big screen, press play carousel, and it will simply cycle through all of the tabs so they can see what it would be like if they were trying to give visibility to a broader group of people in the organisation. We also have on each of the pages that do have filters, this filter options. If I click on that for a second, again it slides out a set of options. These are whatever filters are available on that page, and as with the standards of dashboard that you should experience, whether it's the older version or this version, when we select one of the options from the filters, we select apply, and it will then apply all of those filters across all the charts on the page, and you'll get a new view of that data. By hovering over some of these, we get the summary of the underlying data, so standard functionality. If we click on the legend items, it will narrow that down to whatever data sets we're selecting and minimizing on. We can also zoom in. So if I was to zoom in on this chart, it will narrow each of those options down, and then we can reset the zoom back. We can also drill down. So on this option here, I can see an arrow that's pointing downwards, and that's telling me I can drill down into underlying data. I can then continue to look at these sales that Jim Branning has made now in March 2012, what he sold in March 2012, and looking at these range styles right the way down to the individual items within those sales, or drill back up and down and maybe go to another area of what he sold. And once I've found something that I think is particularly of interest, I can export that very simply to Excel. So by popping this out on a big screen, I also have these options here, and I can export to Excel. And what that does is it will drop me out a data file, and if I open that up, you'll see the data in Excel up on your screen. So we can get the data out very simply. We can drill up, drill down, export and email out of the dashboard. All of this your customer can experience using TryPi without too much help from yourselves. You can literally put this in their hands and let them press these buttons and allow them to experience and explore it. But they should find that the whole experience is very intuitive, very simple, and there's enough layers of data behind this data set that you're able to give them something they can relate to, hopefully back to their organisation. Okay, other things to highlight to you. So if I was to just go to the executive overview, which is at the top level, when using TryPi, it's worth explaining how some of these other types of charts are being displayed are working behind the scenes. So we have KPIs here on the screen, which will change colour depending on target ranges. So it's really popular for a number of organisations to display wall boards where it's just a series of red dots or green dots or dots with a number in, and as those change into certain target ranges, they will change into whatever RAG status is appropriate. And certainly wallboarding is a very popular use of these kind of charting tools. So showing those on a big screen and enabling that for a wider audience is something that we find is a real value for the new Pi interface. It certainly looks fantastic when displayed on big screen. So that's the navigation for TryPi. It's something that I'd like you to all go and have a play with if you can after this, and we'll see you popping up on TryPi, I'm sure, after the demonstration if you have chance. Just to make clear, if any of your customers are wanting this to display out to their customers or perhaps out to suppliers, so not just for internal use, this top bar at the top can change colour. We can have their logo appear on the dashboard or your logo appear on the dashboard if it's being used as a data as a service kind of portal. So the Pi interface can look and feel like the organisation with which it's representing that data, whether it's internally or externally to stakeholders. We're finding there's an increasing uptake on organisations using this outside of their businesses, so not just for management information reporting, but actually as a portal to communicate to a broader and wider stakeholder groups, customers, suppliers, board of governors, auditors, and so on. So the ability to restyle this and represent their brand as a public-facing portal is also of real value to them and worth sharing. Okay, so I encourage you to have a play with that and give that to your customers. But coming back to the slides earlier, what we would like to do from here is find a way to help you to use this TryPi environment to drive sales and really enable your sales teams to give a fantastic experience to your prospects of what these tools can do for them. So first thing I'd like to suggest is that we can work with you on email marketing campaigns where we make TryPi a call to action, where your customers can log on and play with it, where we would just need a list of those partners that have been shared with, or customers and prospects that have been shared with, so we can make sure that we register those leads against your business so that they are followed up and passed back to you as and when they log on to the TryPi environment, and we can give you access to that information. So a mobile BI marketing campaign, and we do have some pre-canned marketing campaigns that we can share with you. If you're currently looking at upgrading from the current version of Pan Intelligence to this latest version of Pi, we are helping partners to build their own demonstration environments that they can make available to their sales teams over their own data sets. And certainly what we've done using TryPi is we can replicate that for your organisations. We can host that for you so that you've got something unique to your business, unique to your brand, and unique to your data set or software that you can offer out to your prospects and salespeople in much the same way as I've shown you today. Going on from that, if you're having any customer days, if you're having any exhibitions or events and you'd like one of us to join with you on the stand, or perhaps stand and present or talk to you about business intelligence and the value that it can bring to your customers and your organisations, we're available to do so. The TryPi environment can be used by you at exhibitions and events, and again, all we ask is you let us know that you're going to be using it for something, and we will track all of those leads as part of that process. So hopefully that's given you a good introduction today. Today was meant to be a nice short and simple overview of TryPi. Proof of the pudding, I think, is always in having a go yourself, so please go onto the URL. So just to make that very clear, it's www.try-pi.live, and that should bring you to this landing page, and happy exploring. So if there's any questions you have from today, do drop me an email. It's zandra.moore@panintelligence.com. Happy to talk to you about how we can enable you with marketing initiatives, and thank you very much for all of your time today, and good luck.